Hello party people, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I am here today with project number 4 from the Bargain Bead Box May 2023 Cloudburst. So here's our design for today. If you're following along with the mini-series, you've probably seen this in the plan. So this is going to be a strung necklace with some dangly parts and things and stuff. But utilizing our quartz and crystal beads today, wherever I put those to find them. Anyways, I'm so happy that you guys are here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, do a comment down below. All these things are free and very helpful for the channel. Let's jump down to the mat, get this party started. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the mat. So this is project 4. From Bargain Bead Box. Where's my beads? The beads have disappeared. I had them in my hand. You know how that goes? Oh, here they are. I had them in my hand. Here they are. So here's what we're working with today for this project. We're going to be utilizing these really cool crystal beads, which look real icy. We're going to use one of these large and in charge toggle clasps. Not the front part, just we're going to use this as a pendant. And then a few quartz bits. We should have, I think, 6 or 4. This is 4. 4 dangly parts and then a stack on the bottom. And then we got some spacers for this. So this is going to be a strung project, and I am going to need a lobster clasp. But other than that, we're pretty much ready to rock and roll with project number 4. So let's switch down to the mat. I'm going to get this a little bit organized. I'm going to get my lobster clasp and we'll jump right into it. Alright guys, here we are on the mat, ready to rock and roll. So I have already split everything into 2 parts. This is what we're going to be using for our pendant piece. And I'm going to be using a 22 gauge smoky quartz. So this is more of a bronze than say a red bronze color, but I think it's going to work out for this. This is some Softflex. This is the stringy wire I'm going to be using today. This is Softflex Metallics in medium. And this is an antique brass color, but again, I think it's going to work out just fine. So these are all the items that we're going to be using today to create our lovely necklace. So that's kind of the gist of that. So I am going to start by creating the pendant per usual and getting all of the little quartzes ready to go with some wire wrapping, and then we're going to start in the middle of this project and we are going to work our way up. So let me move these items out of the way and we will get started on this part. So this is 22 gauge wire. I am going to just basically create an eye pin type situation to make our little pendant. And I'm going to use the round nose to do that. So starting at the bottom, I'm going to first create a loop for this toggle clasp. Okay, just going all the way around. And then I could do an indent with my thumb. You can see that. There we go. And then I just wrap. Put my pendant on first. And then I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to grab a hold of this with my chain nose to hold that loop, that loop's shape. So I'm going to want to grab it right below the crisscross, and then I'm going to start wrapping. I want to go around about 3 times. 2, 3, and give it a snip. Oh, by the way, if you guys hear some noises going on, Shannon's down here working today with us. Everybody say hi, Shannon.
Hi, everyone.
So that's just work happening. Don't worry. Thunderhorse Descendant is a working studio. We just be doing all the things. Alright, here we go. Got our loop on. And now I thought I was going to like this. I don't know if I will. Let's try it. I'm going to put the spacer. And then starting with these raw quartz. Oh, that one has kind of a funky drill. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. Let's try that one in the middle. We need one a little more centered here at the bottom. Okay, that's a little better. And then I'll put this funky one in the up here in the middle. And this guy on the top. Actually, I think that one has the most centered drill of them all. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. Let's try a different bead. Let's swap it out with maybe one we're gonna use over here. See what we get. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we got 3 little stacked here. Do spacer on the top. And then I'm just going to create a loop on the top that I can then string on to the necklace portion. So it doesn't have to be a very large loop. I can just do a regular. You can do an extra large one if you want to. That's up to you. I'm just going to do like this. Bring that around and wrap it. And I am going to messy wrap. I'm going to use the remainder of this wire to messy wrap. That's kind of the vibe. It's kind of the vibe. So I'm not worried about that at all. I'm worried about this tail. I gotta tuck that in. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, too much. Too much. Alright. There we are. Let's readjust a little bit here. And I'm going to thread this on, so I want my loop to, when I look at my loop, I shouldn't be able to see my mat through it. I should be able to see the sides, right? So not like this, like this. So that looks good. There's our pendant. Now we got to do 4 of the quartz pieces. And get those out of here. And we're going to wire wrap those up. We're going to use the same wire, the 22 gauge smoky quartz. Couple ways you could do this. You could just put them on here and create your veil like this. However you want them to hang. If you want them to hang up and down, you could do that too. Okay. So I am going to give that a little bit of space. I'm going to come in here with my chain nose. I'm going to twist it. So I left that space. When I twisted it down, it started to touch. Okay, so that's all right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around and give it that kind of messy looking wrap situation we have going on with the pendant. Okay, not going to worry about the tail on that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make a loop. Again, these are for stringing. So I just want that loop to be going the right way. Bring this down. So now I'm going to trim that off. Ooh, throw it across the room, make sure it's stable. Give this a trim. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to push those tails in to make sure they're not being problematic in any way. And I'm going to straighten out my loop. So again, when I look at my charm, I should not be able to see the mat. Not like this, like this, right? So there's one. Now we do the other four. Same way. Hello, where's the hole? Oh. It's off to the side. I was like, what is happening? Okay. So, I'm going to bring this up here. Make my X. Okay. Giving a little bit of space between the stone and the wire. Coming in with my plier, right where the X meets, a little bit above it, and spinning the whole works until it touches. And then wrapping this one around. Oh, he spun off to the side. I do not want him on this side. So back up a little bit, scooching over. So my stone kind of has a little ridge right here, and for it to hang kind of straight, it's got to be on this side of that ridge. So there we go. And there we go. The messy wrap situation. And I'm going to leave a little extra here because I do have to make a loop. Wind that down about 3 times. I'm going to trim that off. Then tuck in that tail. And then I can still continue on with my messy wrap situation. Once I got her where I want her, I'm going to go ahead and tuck that in. And there we go. So there is 2 of 4. Okay. So now that I've showed you a couple of times how to do it, I am going to jump off. I'm going to get these other 2 wound up, and then we'll continue on to the stringing portion. Alright guys, and we're back. So here we are with the crystals and the pendant ready to go. So we're going to start stringing. I have my 2 sides of my necklace. I've got about 22 inches of soft flex metallic beading wire here in medium. And we are actually going to start in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to string through the pendant first, and we're going to start from there. That's for this side, this is for this side, makes it super easy, and we are off to the races. So start with a crystal and a spacer, crystal, spacer, crystal, spacer, crystal, and then charm. Charm. Crystal. Now this is up to you how you want to portion out your necklace. I am going to do, I think, 3. Let me do 5. I'm going to do 5 crystals after that first charm, and then I'm going to add the second charm. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Crystal, spacer, crystal. Oh, this one's got 2 stuck together. Spacer, crystal, spacer, crystal, and then our first charm. So, the way I want to go. Yeah. And then crystal. Two, 3, 4, 5, and charm. Okay, don't mind this. This was an extra one that was not supposed to be in there. Oh, you know what? I found another one. Let's add one more to each side. Give it a little oomph. So now I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to add this one spacer to this side. Same thing on the other side. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this spacer. You guys, it's turning out smashing. I'm holding it up because gravity is your friend. You got to see how those are hanging. If they're knocking into each other, you're going to have to move it further apart. Okay, I'm loving how this is going. So now all we got to do is we got to add on all the rest of these crystals to this side. And that's it. We're done. You guys, these crystals are amazing. Like I said, we had never seen these crystals before from a Bargain Bee box. And they are really, really nice. They have an interesting shape. They're faceted. They have a nice weight to them. I really like them. Can't say enough good things about them. Ooh, besides I'm trying to throw them on the floor. Come here, you. For this necklace, I did choose to utilize a large lobster. This is a super large guy. I don't even know how big he is. I know he's more than 17 inches. It's inches, 17 millimeters, excuse me. That would be quite large. And I am going to maybe include an extender. I'll have to check it out once we get up there. See how far we are along with our length. Might have to go put Jakey Toes outside. It sounds like he's wandering around. Because it's real live beading over here at Thunderhouse. Alright, here we are. I'll zoom you out a little bit. So we'll say right off the bat, I gotta look and see the length on this because it's a little concerning. Okay, currently we are looking at 7.5 for strand length. 7.5, which is 15 inches. That's not enough. It is not enough. So, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're going to have to employ some seed beads or smaller beads at the top. Honestly, I don't like that idea, but it is what it is. Let me dig around in the stash here and see what we got, and I'll be right back. Have no fear. Right on the top of the bead stash was some 8/0s from TF. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see what that gives us. We're gonna need, let's see, what did I say? 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 3 inches. That's 1.5 inches for each side. If we don't add an extender chain, let's go ahead and make it 2 inches on each side, just so then we don't have to use an extender chain to make it a little bit longer. Let's do that. So 2 inches of beading on each side. Here we go. I'm gonna count these. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 24 beads. Let's see how much that is. In size 8, 8/0. I'm guessing it should be 2 inches. 2 inches basically on the money. So 24 for each side. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, there she is. There she is. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think we're going to be okay. Let me pick these up. I will say this color worked out really well. The color on these from Taylor's Falls, or pretty much probably any seed bead. These are 8/0s. The number is 78102. That's the color number. It is 78102. Alright, there we are. Now, look, because see, look, they matched up pretty well with the the facets, the shine, so that's good. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my little crimp bead. Now, I am not going to use a wire guardian for this. I'm actually going to, you know what, I'm gonna switch this. Do I have a, I kind of want to use an Old Faithful for this. Let me see what I got. Do I got a red bronze Old Faithful handy? Is that a thing that is possible? It's not looking that way. It's looking like they're probably all upstairs. Well, alright. I guess they're upstairs or something. There's some gold ones. I don't want gold. I'm going to continue on with the one that I have in my hand. So I'm just going to crimp right onto here. I'm making sure it's working before I just start crimping my life away. And got some excess wire here. Go. Crimper. Okay, I got the crimper. And my crimper has some sizes on it. I'm going to use the larger of the sizes because this is a number 2 crimp. I'm going to crimp it. And I'm going to turn it sideways and give her a roll. There we go. These are some new crimp tubes that I'm trying out. Crimp looks good. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this a snip. Okay, now I can bring this around. And then for this side, you know what I think I'll do? Let me look for a bronze. I wish I had a little bit of a smaller one. But I'm looking for, where's a flower? I don't know if I want a flower. I don't think I do. I guess I'll use this one. So the reasoning is just because I feel like it makes it look a little more finished with this larger clasp, but I want to make sure it's not going to get hung up in there, which I don't think it is. So we're going to go with that. Bring her around here. And I want to make sure everybody is in their place before I just start crimping away. See how these are hanging. I want them to have a little slack. Yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the crimp. Right here where I'm at. Looks good. Pull test is good. And give her a trim. And let's see what we're working with. Alrighty. Everything is looking good. Okay, let me zoom you out so you can get the full effect. Here. And here. Maybe a little more. I was going the wrong way. Here is the full effect of this guy. I have to say, I really like it. Here's the finished piece, and here is the design. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that it turned out exactly as I've envisioned it turning out. I really like the wrap on these crystals. I would definitely do that again. I feel like these raw crystals with that messy wrap, really adding a little something to that. And I think we're going to get another chance to do that in the following project. Lovely. I love that for us. All right. Well, I am quite happy with this project. I hope you guys, if you try it, I hope you end up being quite happy with it as well. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, please leave those in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, make a comment, do all the things. All those things are free and they are very helpful to the channel. And I will be back with Project 5 in the next video. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.